So what can I tell you about Becky? There are two things that I did not like about this movie. Number one, there's a key in this movie. They still don't really tell us why. I guess they give you an idea, but I wouldn't even call it an idea. You know, because they basically tell you, or Kevin James's character, yes, Kevin James is in this, Mchale is in this, the actor who plays Becky is Lulu. I'll put her surname in the video somewhere. Yeah, so Kevin James's character talks with basically Becky's stepmother, right? Or future stepmother. And he tells her that part of the mission is if they find this key, that they'll be able to stop the suffering of not only his race, but also hers and so many others. That's it. For the rest of the movie, you don't really get what the key actually does. So I didn't like that part at all. Another part that I really don't like is that, look, I get it. People make mistakes, right? So they should go through a certain punishment when it comes to those mistakes. When it comes to like doing something absolutely terrible, yes, you should get a certain punishment for that. Completely justified, absolutely understand that, right? But I also believe in second chances. And I don't like it when movies give people the idea that, oh, this person is a terrible person, so yeah, we should just kill them, you know? Not send them to prison for 30 or 40 years, not have them come out after that and go through therapy and counseling and get the chance to inspire and motivate others to not make the same mistakes that they did. You know what I mean? Like, you don't, not even nothing. And I'm like, okay, cool. We should just, you know, absolutely kill each and every terrible person now. I get it, movie, I get it. I don't like that at all. You know, because if you don't have somebody that can relate in that sense, right, to be able to teach somebody, especially somebody younger, to not make the same mistakes, and then it's just us repeating our mistakes over and over again. And the ones who forget history are doomed to repeat it. But regarding the other parts in this movie, the movie's pretty good. A few things that I really like. Number one, Kevin James getting to play a serious role. Like, he's so good in it. You actually believe that he's a highly intelligent villain. That he knows what he's doing. That he cares about the brotherhood. He cares about his boys. And you can see that he recruited them since they were really young. And he has molded them into what they are today. But he also doesn't feel like he's too great of a villain for this movie. He doesn't feel like he's too small of a villain for this movie either. He just fits in perfectly. And the second thing that I love is that Becky has this Home Alone vibe to her, which I also talked about in my trailer reaction. You guys can watch that. I'll put the link in the description box down below. And it feels like she's Kevin McAllister, just without, you know, Christmas and the snow and all that kind of stuff, and the family members. Other than the fact that her mom passed away and she is really mad about it, and it even goes further that she's angry at her father for wanting to leave the neighborhood she was born in, and also bringing in a new mom, so the stepmom, with a stepbrother, and that anger just turns into rage as soon as her father gets killed by Kevin James's character Dominic and his goons, or as he likes to say, the brotherhood. The way they escape and the things that they do to a man and his kids, they're just horrific. Like, you don't get to see what Apex, the big guy in this movie who basically works for Dominic, gets to do with these kids. You don't really get to see that part, but even he's like, no more kids, man, no more kids. And you're like, okay, maybe he's gonna get a redemption arc, and then the movie keeps telling you that, okay, that just might happen, and then It just doesn't turn out to be that way because he basically gets taken out. And you're like, well, what was the point of that in the first place? You know, like, I get it. It's fine when they do something like that and it doesn't go the way you expected it to go, but it comes back to me not liking the fact that, oh, this is a terrible person, so yeah, we have to kill them instead of send them to prison. You know, we just have to become them by actually killing them. But then again, the movie is also trying to showcase that this teenage girl has slowly succumbed to being a murderer, just like Dominic. And what I really love about the camera work in this movie is that they show the reflection and they show one similarity, and that's the similarity. Both of them kill. Even Apex tells her that this is not the kind of life a kid needs to go through, you know? And it's sad to see something like that. Like, it's really fucked up. And hopefully her going to therapy can help her out, but I can just see this becoming worse and worse. What if she decides to put all case of good and evil aside and just decides that there's no good and evil anymore, or that she just decides to kill the innocent as well? You know, hopefully that doesn't become the case. I did like the drawing aspect of this movie. It was really great. It's really something where I'm like, okay, I like to have something like that as an intro. That would be a cool intro to have. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. It's just a simple movie. The movie's not wasting your time by any means. Everything just goes swiftly and you still feel like you're entertained by the end of it.